get moving here. Oh, can't do much with that one. Time for this crap. Load number 7606. Okay. Time for me to get rolling. Don't text me when I'm getting ready to drive. I can't sit there and answer your questions. I gotta get my truck moving. I'm gonna have delays going down the Colton Pass. Apparently one of my brakes is, I think my trailer brakes are set or something. Now the truck's starting to roll. If I can get out of here once these cars go by, I can actually get moving. Pretty sure I'm going to have some issues with traffic, and it'll be less than an hour before my pickup time when I get there. Because of it. Can't say it's not expected though, with the kind of seems like a little bit heavier than normal traffic right now, and it tells me it's of course it's also Thanksgiving coming up in a couple of days, so oh yeah, I was noticing Scotty's driving in the snow. He's in his personal vehicle, right? Was it he and Rebecca or something like that, or on the way down from Oregon or something? I didn't catch what highway he's on. I don't know if he was on US 97 or somewhere else. It looked like it was undivided road though. This load will be going pretty close to, okay, 97, I had a feeling that might have been it. All I could tell was that he was on a undivided road, so I knew it wasn't an interstate, and kind of gave me an idea it might have been 97. Where do you go up and visit Brian Navy or something? Play this race from light to light game today, people. I want to see green lights all the way. I'm know it's asking a bit much, but sure as I don't want to be hitting red light after red light after red light. Yeah, I saw that. Hello. Correct. Make sure you know the trim too. It's an S, because that might make a difference because they might have a higher level trim that has different brake setup on it. Well, you already at Napa or where? Okay, you can probably order them online too on their website. Okay. That brakes on our car are so worn down, of course, and I never get a chance to look at the car. Bad. Another JCT truck right there. Wonder if they live in that apartment complex. See, it's a black Freightliner. You can't see the truck number on it though. They got the truck number. A few more lights to get over to I-15 southbound. I did look at the map, and it does look like there is some slowing, some slowness over there on in the Cajon Pass from Highway 138 down some of the way. Not it'll be too big a delay, but it'll still be enough to be a problem. Hey Charlie, how you doing? There's a chance that I'm going to be sitting waiting on this load. Lately they've been running behind, so in fact my buddy John was stuck there for... He had this exact same load earlier this week. Same pickup time too, but he didn't leave till about 6 or 7 hours after his appointment time, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'm going to have the same problem tonight. But all I can do is show up when I'm supposed to be there, and then if it's not ready, it's not ready. It's not my fault. Cheryl, I'll be picking up in Colton. I want to get around this truck, but there's another one hanging out right back behind me, and kind of making it difficult for me to get over without cutting him off. But he's not really going, he's going slightly slower than me too. Become a problem here too with him getting on there, because he's got nowhere to merge except for right into their lane. Doesn't even have an acceleration lane really, but it looks like, yeah, this tanker's backing off for him. Okay, looks like we do have some slowing up here. Around this flatbed to see if it's if he's over here for a reason, or if he's just one of those camp out in the middle lane guys. Well, based on the way Hardwood Freight's speeding up to look like he could maybe go around him, kind of makes me wonder if this guy's just one of those left lane, middle lane hogs. Hey Della, how you doing? Okay, I do see a truck coming up ahead now. So he could just be waiting behind traffic in front of him too. I just can't tell because I can't see around him. That's one of the reasons why it's better to stay back. If you can't see around a person sufficiently, you're probably too close. Nah, he's just trying to work his way up there, but the traffic's flowing ahead of him. I mean, it's faster than him up there, but I think he's just trying to get around this hopper truck. Waivers. was going to back off, but this stupid SUV over there decided to move over there instead. Wants them not even get off the freeway at Main Street. What did I tell you? They're not even getting off the freeway. They moved over there to be in my way. It's alright, I got around this skateboard driver anyway, and still gaining on other traffic over there. My speed's not much different than the traffic that's already in this lane. Looks like we're going to be coming to a slow point here. Thing is, I want to get out of here before tomorrow because we're going past his expecting some snow tomorrow, or yeah, I think tomorrow or Thursday. Basically, between Wednesday and Friday, they're expecting a winter storm through here. Yeah, I might even get trace amounts of snow by my house. I'm at the 2,900 foot level, and they're expecting what was that, 1 to 3 inches of snow at the 3,000 foot level. There's a real cell tower here by the pilot. Missouri, because I'm going to Harrisonville, which is south of Kansas City. What I have seen, it looks like it's not too bad. It's not bad in California and Arizona, but as soon as you get to the New Mexico line, from there all the way to Milan, looks like there are problems. Looks like it's really bad in New Mexico, and then once you get east of Milan, it looks like it's okay. I'll be taking US 54 across from there, basically over to work my way over to Emporia, Kansas, and then get on I-35 at Emporia. Then what I do is take 35 up to Ottawa, Kansas, and then cut across Highway 68 and Highway 2 state route. Cut across from there straight over to Harrisonville. Buddy's is calling me. Let's see. He's up too. Hey, what's up, Joey? Hello? Hello? Hang on. It's supposed to be on headset. Can you hear me? Yeah, let me put you on my headset real quick. Hello? Hello? Hey, Scott, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Hang on, let me get you on my headset though. Hello? able to hear you, but I was trying to. It wasn't wanting to switch over to my headset. Yeah, can you hear me? Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Hello? I guess we'll be playing tag. I'm gonna get stuck doing 45 going down the hill anyway, so I don't see much point in even moving over. Almost to the top of the hill as it is. Hey, can you hear me? All right. Yeah, I don't know why it was Messenger wasn't able to. I could hear you, but it seemed like you couldn't hear me. Oh, yeah, and then I was kind of wondering because I'm streaming live right now on YouTube, and I was not sure if maybe it was interfering that way. I don't, I don't think that was the case, but and what's up? Yes. Nothing yet, because my understanding is JCT's doing kind of a sit and wait, see what happens with it before they decide to do anything about it. But yeah, I've considered that. In fact, my ex-wife and her husband want to move to Texas with the kids, and we're okay with staying nearby where they're at to stay near the kids. So yeah, and that's what I too. Maybe setting up a terminal in Arizona or something, and um, have like contractors run the freight from Cali to the drop yards or something like that. But yeah, and I think I'd heard you can take loads into Cali, but the load, right? Yeah. I dropped my on 1630. It picks up there and it goes to Harrisonville. Are you picking up there also? At Walmart? Yeah, WCC. Well, yeah. What time? Oh shit! I'll see you there then. Oh, nice. Congratulations. All right, cool. Where's your load going? Oh, okay. So you're even going across 10 then. All right. We're out in Florida. Yeah, and 9 a.m. something like that. Usually it's in that range though, but no earlier than no earlier than 3 a.m. But usually I've not seen later than like maybe 9 or so. So I usually just assume that the load's going to possibly deliver by 3 o'clock. Yeah, I thought about doing the same thing because I already drove up. Uh, what do you think? Northbound's always like this time of day. Southbound, yeah, you can probably factor in Thanksgiving coming up soon. A lot of more people on the road. Yeah, that's why I like to drive at night also. It's so nice when I can go through Atlanta or even into through downtown LA and all that kind of stuff and just breeze right through. It- oh, I bet. That's what you because you got married when? So, okay. Did you guys get do any kind of like little honeymoon thing or? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, there's a lot as packed now as it was earlier last night. Yeah, my loaded I had to actually drop in the south lot, and then I was about to grab an empty. I was about to grab an empty a few spots over, but then another guy was looking for a spot to drop his empty at and didn't have one. So he asked me, "Hey, you looking for an empty?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "This one here is empty. I figure I'll just take it." But kind of worked out better because his empty was already washed out and the other one was dirty. And yeah, not to mention, because he didn't have a spot to back it into, so I just told him, yeah, just go and drop it right where it's at now, and I'll take it. Yeah, yeah, and I bet that's Black Friday prep too. Because I remember last year when we were at the other yard. Oh my God, because that other yard we were at was wide open, and there's always like plenty of. I mean, never a problem getting somewhere to finding a place to park a JCT trailer. And then when it came like the week before Black Friday, holy shit, man, it got so damn packed. Like it was almost like a maze trying to even figure out how to even get to our part of the yard. Yeah, same here. It's tight and it's easy to get to have an accident if someone's still hooked up to their trailer and you got to back in or pull out next to them. That's interesting. I usually don't find registration missing on our trailers. I used to see that all the time on England trailers, but that's because they had the registration in the same box that the BOLs were stored in. Not even a DOT inspection form or anything. Oh, okay. Might be able to just have someone from dispatch fax it over to Walmart, and then you just grab it from Walmart while you're there. Yeah. Was it 68 or wait? Yeah, 6,800 or 66, whatever, 100 trailers. Nice. Waiting for what again? Yeah, I heard some they had something going on their end, and then I heard other companies were doing something similar. But I'm hoping because I know some lawsuits were filed against California. I'm hoping maybe it'll go to maybe even like an ex parte or whatever to halt the enforcement of it until they can adjudicate it or something. Yeah, yeah, he's an idiot. Yeah, but it'd be nice if we could. What? I never heard that one. What an idiot. Yeah, that's just too far out there. Of course, I heard of some of the weird stuff he did when he was the mayor of San Francisco too. But I don't, I don't know he had too lot there because they try to stay away from politics. So I find too many things piss me off, whatever. And a lot of times I also figure out there's stuff I don't know that can make a difference in how I might see things if I saw things from another person's perspective. But just some of those ideas are just off the wall, stupid. All right, sounds good. You know what my truck looks like, right? Yeah, blue Peterbilt 3365E. Oh, okay. What's your number? 4053. Okay, I'll look for you then. Okay. Bye. All right, so turns out my buddy Joey's going to be picking up from there also about half an hour after my pickup time. But now, chances are we'll probably both be sitting there waiting. Yeah, just can't get much for speed anywhere on this pass right now. Now this traffic when I-40. Maybe less headache to deal with there. I don't want to do the Cajon crawl later tonight, this evening. I know I'm going to have it. Too bad I didn't have time to sit there and eat it before I had to leave. I'm actually considering taking I-10 across the 95 and not deal with this traffic, but we'll see how late I end up leaving. The 215 now. So within the next about half an hour or so, we'll be at the shipper. Sherwin-Williams trailer is a 48 footer or a 53, because if it's a 53, his tandems are too far back. So I think it's a bullshit law anyway. But it's amazing how many drivers either don't know or don't care about that law. Especially when I've seen a friend of mine actually got pulled over and ticketed just because his tandems were too far back. Tom, I think the reason for it is because in something like, say, like Vernon, where I was at yesterday, Places like that, the turn radius that you need when the tandems are further back, it's an excessive amount. And I'm telling you, better move over, car, because I'm coming over. Alright, and on top of that, the further back the tandems are, the less support the cross members on the trailer actually have, too, for the load that's inside. So, if you have let's say a 40,000 pound load inside, and your tandems are all the way back, then all of the weight is distributed between the axles, pretty much, in between the drive axles and the tandems. If you have the tandems further forward, though, what it does, it creates a stronger support structure for the cross members. And then some of the weight will actually be on right over the tires or even behind the tires on the trailer. Another way you can visualize that is, let's just say if you have you ever pencil fought with people as a kid? So like maybe you have a brand new number 2 pencil. When it's at its full length, it's easy to break it. But once the dimension, let's say it gets broken in half, the next time you go to try to break it, it's harder to break. It's the same idea there. So the cross members have a much stiffer support structure when the tandems are further forward than when they're back. So I think those are the 2 main reasons. Between that and turn radiuses. It's streets that are not always designed for trucks. Now, a lot of people mistakenly believe that the tandem length part is what you call bridge gap, and that is completely wrong. Bridge gap is a completely different thing. But people mix them up with each other. They're 2 completely different things, though. Now, bridge gap is it's you can take your axles at any dimension. Doesn't matter what the length is. You can only have so much weight distributed between that dimension. That's the bridge gap law. So it doesn't matter if your tandems are at 38 feet, 39 feet, 40, whatever. Now, each of those dimensions, you can only have so much, a certain amount of weight distributed across that dimension. That's real bridge gap there. So when people like to call bridge gap dimension, whatever, it's not bridge gap whatsoever, and what it really is axle length restriction. Some of them go from kingpin to rear axle on the trailer. Some of them go from kingpin to the center of the axle group, which is right halfway between the 2 axles if you have tandem axles, or in the middle axle if you have tridems, or as people might call them, triaxles. What else? There are some others where they go from the rear tractor axle to either of the 2 trailer axles on tandems. What is that? I think Maine and Virginia, I think. Something like that. Maine and Virginia, or Virginia and Rhode Island, or maybe it's Michigan, I forget. There are 2 states. One of them goes from the rear tractor axle to the rear trailer axle, and the other one goes from the rear tractor axle to the front trailer axle. Sure, they really need to worry too much with the structural support, because if drivers are doing their pre-trip inspections like they're supposed to be doing, if you have we have a limit on how many cross members can be compromised. You can have up to 3. You can have 2 cross members. Say missing rivets or damaged, or whatever. But if you have 3 of them missing or damaged, then then the trailer can't be used. You can't carry a load with it, at least. This hour, I normally like to take Rancho Avenue down to Aguamanza to get over the shipper, but given the time of day and the traffic I know is going to be on there, I'm not sure I want to go that way. Probably just take the easier route and get off at, well, actually, you know what? I can take another route too. Yeah, how about that? I'll take another route that I know. Now, just that one. That dude was, man, I think he was fried or something. I don't know what was up with him. But even at the end of the video, you can still see him standing out there in front of the fuel lane I was by. Even when there's nobody else over there. He's just kind of standing there like in La La Land or something. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to take a different route to the shipper this time than you normally see. I know like Scotty will normally take Riverside Avenue, and I tend to take that way myself. And of course, last time you saw that I'd used Rancho Avenue, I think. And then this time I'm going to take a different route that basically takes 215 southbound past the 10, and I'll get off at... I can get off at Barton and come back up, I guess. And then make the left onto Aguamanza instead of the right. That, or I can get off at Center Street and take Center / Patterson across. I think it's Patterson. Across over to Riverside Avenue and then come back up from there. So many ways you can take to get over here, though. I'm gonna, just for the fun of it, maybe I'll get off at Barton Road this time. Get into North San Bernardino right now, southbound 215, coming up on Baseline Street. Hey, Tara. Someone went into the gravel there. An opportunity to pass the trucks on the left and you're not, so it makes me wonder what you're up to. JB Hunt. Now I'm getting railroaded too. Damn it. Come on. Alright, this car behind this let me over. Thank you. Fifth Street, usually the exit I get off at and go to the drop yard. Let's see if I'll run into Joey anywhere. A friend of mine who was just I was just on the phone with. He was at the drop yard getting ready to pick up and grab a trailer to take to the same place I'm going to. Stay in that lane. Thank you. Damn, White Way. You go, boy. I'm doing 58. This is already above the speed limit. Look how fast he went past me. No, this is San Bernardino, downtown area. I think I'm going over 2nd Street now, or 3rd Street. Rialto Avenue is the overpass I'm on now. Rialto Avenue doesn't intersect, but yeah, I just crossed over it. Mill Street's the next exit. So what I ended up doing is, I got through with that last delivery. I finished a 10-hour break, and then I ended up coming back to the drop yard here in San Bernardino because they had already set it up for somebody else to make the second drop, and then I was going to be set up to pick up this Colton load. So it told me to just drop it and then grab it empty, and then I'll be around. And then, of course, I'm ready for today's pickup. Have a small bottleneck right here because the way the cloverleaf ramp is, and people trying to cut over from one side to the other to get either from the to get over into the exit lane to the 10 freeway, or people getting on the freeway here trying to come over to stay on 215. It really don't look too bad here. But yeah, this 4Runner here is probably going to want to come over into my lane in a second. And a lot of the traffic already in this lane wants to get on the westbound 10 and has to move over to the right. So it tends to create problems right here. Alright, alternate route. Continue past the 10 freeway and get off at Barton Road. Oh, I'm glad I didn't get on the 10 because it's slow there. But I'm expecting it to get slow here on the 215 also, so probably pick your poison anyway. Yeah, I can see the traffic on the overflow, the flyover ramp coming off the westbound 10. Yeah, it's at a dead stop, so it tells me it's pretty bogged down over here at the interchange. Barton Road, a mile and a half. What the hell is Mini Cooper Club? Okay, I'm like, what is that? Kind of looked like a Mini, but it looked different. Civic gonna come over too. I expect almost all these guys over here on my right to trying to cut across. Although I'm sure a lot of them are actually going to get off here at Mount Vernon. Okay, so each of these different routes that I can take to the DC have their own distinct pros and cons to them. It's interesting. It's like there's no one route that I would call like a clear-cut favorite. It's like, okay, Riverside Avenue is the most truck-friendly way to go. But you have a lot of lights and the road's not in the greatest shape, and there's a lot of traffic on that road also. Rancho Avenue, I think, is a little bit quicker, but you have to deal with that right turn to get onto Agua Mansa from Rancho. And that's not easy to make when you got traffic coming the other way on Agua Mansa and traffic coming from behind you. So that has its problems. Barton Road, the way I'm going to take, it's I'll come back up to Agua Mansa and come across that way. It'll be a left turn instead of the right. Yeah, that could still, it's not the quickest route, but they're all not that far off from each other either. But I'd rather make the left on Agua Mansa than the right, at least in these kind of traffic conditions. Then Center Street, that's another way I go. You gotta make the left turn. Well, after you get off the ramp, you go straight across, and then, after you get off the ramp, go straight across the La Cadena, and then the road curves to the right, and you make a left turn to get on the Center. You take that down to Riverside, but it's hard to see over there when you're making the right turn onto Riverside, and it's an unprotected. It's an uncontrolled turn, so you have a stop sign, but Riverside Avenue has nothing, so you end up having to wait you're at the mercy of what traffic's there. And Center Street, that's another way to go, but of course you got traffic to deal with there too, and you have a weird off-ramp set up there, and a little more distance to do. I think I'd rather do Riverside Avenue than that, personally. But several options available here if you ever want to go to the Walmart DC in Colton. Okay, there's my exit coming up here at Barton Road. So what I'm going to do here is turn right onto Barton, go across the tracks, and then make a right back onto La Cadena, I think it is. Then I can make a left onto Rancho Avenue, and then a left on Agua Mansa. Oh, flashing red light here. There are actually some DCs over here too that I think I have heard of one of my friends coming over here. Come on. I'm hoping a little more space there, but yeah, I have enough to work with there anyway. I see some kind of a truck sign up there, but dude, don't tell me you don't have a freaking stop sign there. I'm sitting there looking right at it. those trucks on I'm seeing? What? Dude, I'm going over it anyway. 5 tons. Piss off. Okay, that's not the north. So it's not the ideal way to go, but as you see, I mean, there's a truck spot here, a truck lot right here next to me. Trucks, must use truck route. Yeah, good. Well, that's what I plan to do. I see a fake cell tower down there by the railroad tracks. I'll get this out of the way. I realized I was blocking it. Come on. Move. North on Lackawanna now. I don't care if these cars don't like that I'm in this lane, but I need to make a left turn pretty soon, so they can go to hell. Just after I get past the riverbed, I think, if I remember right. This is the same, this is the same intersection where I dealt with had to come out here for a car accident. There's this parking right here just across the island from me right now. Dora and I took the kids on bike riding here along the river, and when we were on our way to leave, a car accident happened right there. The intersection there looks different now. They have an island restricted, but at the time there was no island there. And traffic can make a left turn from southbound Lackawanna onto basically to go underneath the railroad tracks and get over to a little neighborhood over there in Grand Terrace. Well, this idiot decided to make a left turn in front of a guy who was going the other way, and they collided. Had apparently a 13-year-old girl who I thought was an adult, probably was 300 plus pounds, was unconscious and laying right on top of a little 4-year-old girl who was laying in a bed of glass. Yeah, we're on Rancho Avenue right now, and this street coming up right here is Aguamanza. Yeah, and I had to try to get the heavier girl coherent, and on top of that, also get her off of the little girl because she was squishing the girl. And then that piece of shit boyfriend in the car, because it basically was a family. The boyfriend was driving, the wife was in the passenger seat, and then the two girls were in the back. The girl and the bigger unconscious girl was in the rear passenger seat. And then the little girl was, I guess, behind the driver or in the middle or something. I don't think, she apparently wasn't even seat belted in, though, which I'm surprised that she wasn't even hurt, except for, I think, a couple of little cuts from the glass, and that's it. But, yeah, the daughter got knocked unconscious from the impact, and then The mom, I guess, had lower like hip or whatever damage, and she couldn't get out of the car. Cause I asked her if she was okay, and say I'm okay, but I can't move. But I don't know about my daughter. Can you check on her? And of course, she thought she was the wife was the mom, whatever. Looked like she was, I don't know, in her maybe late 40s, 50s, or early 50s, something like that. So I figured it was like an adult daughter or something, but then I find out it's not. Yeah, we're good there. Just had to make sure my tanks were going to stay clear of that car up there, but I had plenty of room. Hey, what's up, Cody? Hey, you know, because you, I looked up, Morocco. Yeah, Morocco. And of course, that's how we pronounce it here. I don't know, you probably pronounce it Morocco or something. I looked it up to double check where it was at because I forgot, and it never dawned on me that northeastern Africa is that close to Spain and Portugal. It's like, man, you're right across that channel from Gibraltar, I think, right? Yeah, so it was good. I got to brush up on some of my geography there. So I know about where some of the countries in Africa are, like what part of the continent certain countries are, but Morocco I just could not quite remember. Like I said, dumping prohibited, and then you see a whole bunch of stuff dumped right there. Whoever does that's a piece of shit. There's a landfill pretty close by here too. They could just take the stuff too, and it's not that expensive. Alright, only one more light to go. Next light after this one here will be Miguel Bustamante Parkway, and I'll be making a left turn. Enough of that static crap on there. I do see a little bit of a line of trucks. It doesn't look like as bad as it has, as I have seen it. I was able to see over this fence here to see it. There's, oh yeah, that's not too bad. I can't even see the first truck back there, so it's actually good. Alright, right here where this truck in front of me is turning right is where I'm turning also. Yeah, there's only 2 trucks deep in that lane. Nice. This should go pretty fast then. I never got anything from dispatch saying my load's ready, so that means plan on sitting. Means my trailer's probably still in the dock door, and hopefully if I'm lucky it'll at least be started unloading by now. But I think that might be asking a bit much. I've got shipper 1126 at, looks like 1550. 900. Okay. Yeah, there's only 2 trucks in front of me, so it should be pretty easy. I need to get my order number. Let's see, it is, okay, 10:30. 10:30, that should be an earlier load number. It should be ready earlier than a lot of other loads in, I think. Well, my buddy John just picked up this same exact route from here 2 or 3 days ago, and he didn't leave till about 6 or 7 hours after his pickup time. So, and especially with Black Friday coming up, yeah, and yeah, a lot of people just bogged down. Yeah, busy. I wouldn't be surprised if I'll be sitting here for several hours. Some of my messages, delete them. Come on. Okay, getting ready to pull forward. Both lanes. Get rid of that one. I have 2 fuel surcharge messages. Only need the most recent one. Half the time I don't even care about that. I just have it just in case someone else asks for it. I don't really care what fuel surcharge is. It's as long as I'm getting paid right, it's all good. So it looks like an older Kenworth there getting ready to come out. The JCT truck getting ready to come out of there. Oh, it is a contractor with a JCT trailer. Oh, it's a newer one, 3971. A slightly older one. Now you're gonna see a JCT Central here, by the way. JCT TV Swift Zero. Yeah, and I can see a JCT trailer back there in the other lane behind me, 2 trucks back. So probably count that line. Dude, I'm digging your kicks. Those just don't look like the kind of shoes you'd expect someone to be wearing with those kind of clothes. I kind of expect someone wearing shoes like that to be wearing, I don't know, like khaki, you know, like casual pants or something. Something. Now we have a stranglehold here at the JCT at this place, and you won't see too many Swifts because Swift is more of a dry van company. They do have a refrigerated division, but it's not as far as I remember. But that's not their strong area. They do mostly dry freight. So I don't know, you might see a Swift or two here, but I don't normally expect it. Maybe Central refrigerated, which is a Swift division. To me, the shoes kind of look like penny loafers or something, or I don't know what to call them, like low quarters or something, like Oxfords or something along that line. But more like casual type. I don't know what you'd really call them, but they didn't look like these were like basketball looking kind of shorts and a t-shirt, but so you'd expect that he'd be wearing like high tops or something that would go, or even cross trainers or something, but he wasn't wearing those. They just looked like regular, like something I'd expect someone to be wearing while they're going to church or whatever. Cargados, what? High heels. No, not high heels. They were low quarters. I don't really know what you call those kind of shoes. I don't wear any of those kind myself. I mean, they're not too much unlike slippers, but they're actually closed-toed. And they actually cover the heels too. So now a lot of these guys, they wear those. I think they call them Crocs or something. They're kind of just slippers where it's you can just slip your feet right into. But yeah, do I have a problem with people wearing that? No. But when you're at a customer facility, I don't think you should be wearing those kind of shoes. It's not a sign of professionalism when you're dressed like that. Because, for one, the guy's walking in the building right now. Same guy I was talking about. So you'll get a shot of him, and probably when he walks out in front of my truck in a few. Yeah, now I have water shoes, or basically sandals that are kind of open-toed, but I don't like to wear them because I tend to have foot problems with them. I was like wear the regular leather laceless shoes. There he is right there in front of me. All right, be right back. it is, ready. It's already preloaded and ready to go for me. So I just let me get myself the yard move status and let's go drop the trailer. Come on, get the, damn it. Give me that dropping hook section. Or the, not bump the dock, damn it. Okay. Okay, what's this guy doing? Trying to turn around? Yep, looks like that's what he's doing. You can't even do a U-turn there? Drop my empty over in row E and F. I didn't catch what trailer number I'm grabbing, but I'll find out when I get the bills. Oh wow, this will look good when half the trailers over here are all Walmart trailers, and then only the end over here on the south end are the. What's this guy doing? Okay, he's trying to turn around, but kind of glad he's waiting for me to go by. Yeah, that's what he's doing, is trying to turn around. Once on the scale. Oops. Yeah, over rotated. certified eggs without letting me look at my graph. Over there, I don't see anything coming, so it's 3742 Golf. $39.23. I thought I saw that guy yesterday or something. There's two more JCT trucks here, 3616 and 4209. I will be back. Come on. I gotta change my status real quick though. Looking for 6487. There's Clown here with the Pat, he doesn't know how to wear right. He needs to learn when he's signing his paperwork to get away from the window and go fill out his paperwork somewhere else. Alright, you guys gonna cross over? Yeah. Okay, let's still clear on the other side. It should be over here on the left side somewhere. Oh, he's just trying to dock in over there. This is 487. I don't see it yet. This contractor 7013 7379. $59.97, $73.89. What's this one? These two of them here, right here. Nope, neither of those. Alrighty then. Well, where's my trailer at then? Oh, you know what? I never turned the... Oh, there's mine right next to Steven's. Alright. I forgot to turn the reefer unit off on the trailer that I dropped here too, so I'll have to go back. I'll stop by there maybe when I'm skilling it and turn it off. I'm gonna get more pressure on the landing gear. I mean, letting the landing gear off the ground completely before I hook in. It's not raising the gear all the way up, just enough to be off the ground. So there's less strain on there trying to raise it. didn't check how heavy they're smoothest yet. 30,774, so barely even enough to bother scaling it. I'll scale it. I mean, a lot of times people don't even scale it when it's 30,000. I'll double check, but I can tell where my load gauge is at. It's probably not heavy enough to worry about anyway. Oh. That's right, I wanted to slide my Thames back a little bit because they're all the way up. Let's slide them back a little bit. About a foot and a half ideally. Come on. This should be good enough. I'm looking for, but I do need to cut over to the side too and turn that reefer unit back off. Dude, who checks their weights like that? Put the whole damn put the axle, the steer axles on first, and then put the drives on, and it shouldn't be more than 34,000 more than the steers. And then put the whole truck on, and the gross shouldn't be more than, no, I can't even see. Let's see what my gross weight is real quick. I can't see the indicator on the scale because that trailer's parked in front of it, but that's will work. I just need to know what my gross is, and I can turn that reefer on as well. Weight is 65,580 or so, 65.6, something like that. So the Victorville 8 is accurate because I know my truck weighs about 34, almost 35, or with the trailer included at least. Damn, I thought I was going to run into Joey here. I won't get the opportunity to now because I thought my load was going to be waiting. That 65,000, it's not even worth worrying about any of the axle weights. I can tell by the way the trailer's loaded that it'll be fine. Dude, move left. What part of stay to the left do you not get? common, that's standard practice at most places because you want to side into the dock doors. So I usually stay left so people can set up their side backings. Contractor with one of our trailers back there, the lighter blue Freightliner at the end of the row. That's not a normal JCT truck color, but that's definitely a JCT trailer. Alright, time to get it checked out. At 1632, BOL 10 plus 34, B for heading, plus 35 continuous, produce, I should say next to produce. What did I call 174, 7606, BOL 1126-1030. 774 for the weight, and there's like 26 pallets. That's 6487 and a drop 5900. Seal number. Come on. 220-6728. Refer to what JCT wants it at. Okay, let's get rolling and deal with the Cajon Pass. could just go ahead and deal with the Cajon Pass. It'll be a little bit of frustration, but it's all right. Already in the intersection by the time the lane changed anyway. Which means I'm legal. Alright, 64 degrees locally. Let's see, that'd be about 18 degrees Celsius, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah, actually a lot of people go this way just until they redid that on-ramp. A lot of people going this way got stuck on the wall too. Hiring all warehouse positions. This is that place. Walmart. Now what does 64 degrees Fahrenheit translate to? Should be about 18 degrees Celsius if I'm not mistaken. Should be 17 to 18 degrees, somewhere in that ballpark. Dumping their trash. No respect. Okay, so see, I was in the right ballpark. Above 17, less than 18. Once I get on the freeway, I'll probably just tell Joey, hey, sorry I didn't run into him, but my load's already ready and I want to get it moving. I do my slack time up there and at my receiver whenever I can. Ideally, I want to get at least to, I think, eastern Arizona. Not necessarily I don't necessarily need to get into New Mexico, but if I can, great. This house over here in the corner is boarded up now. This house right here directly to my right. I remember seeing people living in it before, but it's all boarded up now. There's a sign right here on the light pole. It says I-10 eastbound tractor semis over 26 feet. Kingpin to rear axle, right turn only. Take south, lock it in at I-215 north. Now, That's because it's a yellow and black sign. It's not mandatory. And second, they did that because of the way that ramp used to be. So it's no longer applicable anymore because they redid the ramp. Now Colton's got a lot of old history, of course. Been around a while. I don't know a hell of a lot of history, but yeah, I guess I should research that, especially knowing I'm originally from Colton myself. But I grew up in Barstow. I know the Earp family, like Wyatt Earp and his family, his relatives, I guess brothers and parents and all that, they have history here in Colton. In fact, I think some of the Earp family is actually buried here. I know Wyatt's not, but I want to say Morgan and his parents and all that are. If I recall, Wyatt's buried up north, somewhere up that way. I forget the name of the town. Turn red on me. Stop at Del Taco on the way out of town. I actually consider stopping at the house on the way out, but I don't. It's gonna be bad enough dealing with this traffic. I just want to get past Victorville as quickly as I can, and or even actually past Barstow, because even Barstow will probably have traffic because the holiday coming up. People are going to be probably heading on their way up to Vegas. Pretty nice of you pick up, leave room there for the car to try to get on the freeway because you're an asshole. So you don't have a concept of leaving space, do you? That's why we always have these traffic problems like you see on the other side of the freeway. Because stupid shitheads like you. Here as soon as I get on the 215, but I think it's mostly just trying to, it's a transition. Look like it'll pick back up a little bit. It's to be expected through here. Y'all better hit me up it by me because you're the one merging into me. That's why I stay in this lane, so it's not my legal responsibility to accommodate you. It's yours to accommodate. It's your responsibility to merge with me. I mean, there can always be an element of fault on my end, but I'm not going to put myself in a position where I can automatically be the primary at fault driver when I don't need to. So that's why I do that. This trailer bounces a little bit. What's the next one? What's in February? I must be missing something. Okay. This has a cut in front of me also, so I gotta leave that extra space. Yeah, I know what LAN stands for, but I wasn't sure if you were using it in that same context. Thought it might have been something else, but yeah, now that I know you're using it, what context you're using it in, yeah, I know exactly what LAN stands for. So basically like LAN parties, like LANs as in gaming parties, it's just, instead of saying a gaming party, they just say, and instead of saying, hey, let's get together on a LAN, we'll just have a LAN. Almost like having a noun that becomes a verb in a way. Like, go Google this. Put that backing video on my up there later on. I know you want over, but way up close. I can't move over. There, do this space here. Amazing, 100 pounds, that's a lot. It must take a lot of work to do that. But now what kind of transplant do you need? Now I don't answer that if it's too personal, I don't need to necessarily put that on here, but I'm just curious. Okay. 259 coming up, but it's 210. Yeah, a lot of people are over there working their way over there. I see some. Okay. Not to mention more people trying to come over from the on-ramp. Get down to whatever magazines and movies, whatever, try to make it seem like is ideal. I mean, just be yourself, be confident with yourself, even if you're a size 16 or something, or whatever it is. Now, guys will get turned. A lot of guys actually like a woman who's confident, more than a person who's a toothpick, but has a whole bunch of skeletons in her closet. Be comfortable in your own skin, regardless of what it is. And honestly, me personally, I'm not really into women who are size zeros. I mean, yeah, there's an ideal size for me, but they don't have to be that size. I'm coming over. I don't care if you like it or not. My light's gonna end. You got that lane you can use anyway. Jackass. Yeah, I'm getting slowed down already up here. Now this could be, oh no, this ramp was closed yesterday, so I thought it might have been because the ramp being closed, but no, it's not the reason for it. This could just very well be commute traffic plus holiday, early holiday stuff. Oh, good. You know, just because one guy thinks you're too fat doesn't mean that every guy thinks you're going to be too big. There are a lot of guys, at least here in America, there are a lot of guys who are who like a bigger woman, because you know the size of a woman also tells a guy about what her lifestyle is like too, or it could tell something about it. Not necessarily. And that's not even a guarantee either, because like my wife, she's got a weight problem, but yeah, she's not a sit around do nothing kind of person. She's very active. Her problem that she has is that she takes asthma meds that, you know, a lot of steroid stuff, and then she's a stress magnet. Stress is a big enemy to weight control. But she's a hard worker like I am, though. Otherwise, she likes to get out and do stuff. Now, of course, you know, a woman who's like that, I mean, maybe it's a guy who is more comfortable knowing that he can kick back and not feel like he has to be in shape himself, or maybe someone, is that a motorcycle there? I can't tell. I think so. Move over for him. Yeah. He was right on the ass of the white pickup behind me, so I couldn't tell at first that it was a motorcycle. I had to be in a safer spot where I could look in my mirror a little longer to confirm what I was looking at. Now, see, that's the other thing too. When you have more meat, you also have more curves usually. I mean, there are guys who, even women too, who like boobs. So, you know. Yeah, everybody has their ideal person, and just because one person's not, you're not maybe the right person for someone in particular, doesn't mean you're, as you are, not right for someone else. Just own it and enjoy life and be happy. You'd be surprised at how turned on a guy or attracted a guy will get to you just by seeing how confident you are in yourself. The motorcycles, that's basically what he was doing. He was thanking me for moving over and creating extra space for him to safely get by me. Because here in California, lane splitting is 100% legal. Nowhere else in the, oh man, sorry, I had a squirrel moment. I'm looking at the sunset off to the left. I'm like, man, if only you could see that. Nice view over there. Can't tell if my rear view, my rear dash cam is able to get enough of it with the trees and stuff in the way, but when I'm getting the little gaps between the trees and the buildings and all that, it's a really nice view looking over toward LA. You can also look at that as a positive, though. It's messed up that that happened, but from your perspective, she just did you a favor by showing you she's not worthy of a long-term commitment with you. If she can't handle something like that, then maybe she's not the right person for you anyway. I mean, nothing bad on her. Maybe it's just something she can't handle or something, or maybe she's got some superficial reason that makes her think that way, but because there are a lot of people who are afraid of the medical complication stuff. Clear up a bit here. Seemingly random, and it's not even this off ramp here. Look how few people are even on it. like 3 people like practicing like penalty kicks or whatever, and that's it. So I hear there was another shooting today at a mall in Bakersfield. It sounded like it was just a fight between some people, and one side of the fight pulled out a gun and shot 2 people. They haven't said anything about what their condition is, though. Which to me means that it's possible they might have died, and they're just wanting to get a hold of next of kin before they really say anything. I've seen that happen before. In fact, when fighter jets crash, a lot of times when you hear that they don't know the condition of the pilot yet, that means they know that he's already gone, but they don't want to say anything at all in the public until the family knows about it first. Right, or even how about just being a freaking mature adult and not have a fight in the first place. It's called good old-fashioned respect and courtesy toward each other. No, everyone likes to think they're a badass and that nobody matters except for themselves. Stupid people. How well it's moving so far, but it's not going to last long. So I can see that flyover ramp right now, 15 to stay on the 15. It's at a crawl right there in front of us. So it'll be slow until we get to Highway 138, and then it'll pick back up. Usually on weeknight when call my wife and ask her how things are going with the car stuff, because she seriously needs new. I just did not have time to go get new, and the car's not in good shape, at least for the brakes. I'm like, I didn't. Our eldest son, to get his. I had a feeling it was. Let's do the 15. I'm in the bypass lanes. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably just. What? Okay. How would I see her? Okay. Well, I might cruise on through, but I don't know. It's how gonna check and see how things are going there first. Hey, hang on. I can't make out half of anything. Your stupid microphone sucks again. Rotor okay on the left side? All right, good. I'll consider it, but between traffic and then, of course, I want to get over there quickly. Yeah, those are two reasons why I'm thinking about just running straight on through. But I haven't decided yet. If I do stop, I don't want to stop. I figured at least see what's going on there with the car, and then if need be, I can stop and give a hand with that. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but it's all right. I can. We'll have plenty left over, right? Okay, because no one. There's the odds are. Cool. Let me know when once everything's all done there, so I know everything's okay. Okay. All right. All right. Love you. I don't think I've even had to go this slow before going up the bypass lanes. You can go that way, but you have your say ASD Carriers Incorporated. Let's see what kind of bitching goes on the radio now.
If you can get off of Kenwood, northbound drivers, you can get off of Kenwood, turn left, go underneath the freeway, and turn right to Southline, Cajon Boulevard, sir. Along at 50 miles an hour.
Go that way, but the problems will come right back when you go over to That's what I think it is. I mean, it's just normal every weeknight, but it seems like it's a little slower and started further back than normal too.
Yeah, I've been stuck in traffic ever since I left the 5 out there by line 9115. It's all been a mess all. Yeah, it's a board. It's taken about 3 hours to get from Irvine to here.
That's pretty bad. I went from Vernon back here to San Bernardino yesterday, and it took I think 2.25, 2.5.
And I'm wondering now, like I was saying earlier, maybe people are taking a day off early to get the heck out of town because the storm's going to be hitting. And then tomorrow, and if they're going to Vegas and Florida, if they want to get out of here as soon as they can.
Nice try, Sierra England, but it didn't look like that move to use the off-ramp helped you much.
Anywhere boxers or grease.
I just need to add that are always the cop. On the radio on here from guy with the base station, I always hear him every time. Driver went up and used the off ramp and came back on the on ramp thinking,
The you flow, the more people will go. He called himself holding them folks.
alright, let's hazard lights on in the center divider. Passenger of the county fire department will be picks up some once you get down to where there's only 5 lanes left.
God damn, they need about 5 more lanes here.
Traffic. Man, it's taken me almost an hour just to get. forcing me to move first. Not doing enough with the lanes here, so I don't want to keep holding up the lane I'm already in because people in the next lane having a hard time. Pick up the pace a little bit now that we're done with all the merge points. Well, then again, got the Cleghorn Road on-ramp where everybody's trying to dodge around. Now, I dodge around by using Cajon Boulevard over here to the left. And then they create another bottleneck trying to get back onto the freeway. Strong winds, high-profile vehicles not recommended. Hill. It's not even windy right now. Half the time I see these high wind warning signs, there's not even any wind. Why should I even believe that crap? wait till I get past the off-ramp here to move over, because otherwise they'll get four-wheelers cut me off to get over there. 36 miles an hour. Could have been worse. And again, I guess it's 65,000 pounds. I shouldn't be surprised at that. Guess I'm just used to having a heavier load and having to go slower. Summit now. Moving a lot better. Traffic should clear up a little bit more once we get past Victorville. Bullshit strong winds warnings again. Let's give Joey a call. He just messaged me. Still there, it makes me think his load's not ready. Hey, good. How you doing? Yeah, I was surprised. I get over there. I'm thinking I was going to be waiting for my load. They said it was already ready to go. So as soon as I basically hooked it and booked it. Yeah, we're almost always dropping hook there. Although most of the time the loads are not ready by the time we get there. So I usually always expect that they're going to be dropping hook no matter what. Oh, okay. Damn. What happened? Yeah, it still sounds like state route though. Oh, well, yeah, the directions too. Remember, they usually come from other drivers. They just send the information to the DM, and then they plug it in as the information for that particular customer. Uh huh. Oh my God, that sucks. So even though they had your PT blown out because of your wedding, they were still, well, you were just a truck in the area that looked like you were available. So, oh my, yeah. Oh my God, yeah, just because they needed help with the load, and that's it. Oh man, that's got to be frustrating. Hmm. Yeah, 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 and that sucks. Yeah, I think I've had them call me a couple times in the past for help on a load. I'm like, dude, I'm on home time. I'm not doing anything. I can't help you with that. Yeah. So once I'm on my scheduled off time, then it's hey, that's if you need help covering a load, that's your problem, not mine. I do everything I can to help when I'm actually in a position when I'm not on home time. But yeah, yeah, hmm. Uh, okay, and from there to Winter Haven, it's what again? Like 2,500 miles? So we'll call it like 25. So, yeah, that's kind of on the edge there with what you can do, it sounds like. Yeah, because you'll need at least 3 10-hour breaks along the way, maybe even a fourth. So then, let's see, huh, where was this at? Oh, okay. Ouch. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Eh, exactly. I'm usually flexible too, most of the time. Right? Yeah, Yeah, I know that feeling. And half the time I don't even ask for home time at all because I'm home so much anyway. Yeah. But then when you start getting a lot of loads going into like Riverside or whatever, and then you living in Moreno Valley, it's nice because then you can just park your truck somewhere or wherever you put it and spend time at home and then go deliver it. Go get your next, go get, yeah, probably wait till, and then go back to the house while waiting for your next load and then go pick it up when it's time. And it's nice. Couple of months there, I was just constantly going back and forth between, like, say, Colton or wherever, and Missouri or Kansas or somewhere, and then I'd go right back to California on the very next load, and was kind of doing back and forth that same thing for at least a few weeks. Then I randomly got a load going to Florida, and but it didn't take long again before I ended up back in California. Either way, so 'cause I had I went from City of Industry to Orlando, but they told me to go ahead and drop it in the drop yard in Florida. Then ran up to Umatilla, Florida to pick up my reload there. Took it up to Monroe, Georgia. Then from what's that damn Brownsville, Alabama, check in there, but I just had to wait for my time where I could actually check in. Then I took his load and took it back to Alabama to Brundage. Oh man, that was a busy week. 3,900 miles in the same in a 7 day period. And yeah, I've been doing a number of repowers the last couple of weeks, mainly because of trying to help people get home. Or last week, I also was, yeah, they repowered me because I told them, well, I'm going to run out of clock to work with, so know I could make the most effective use of my clock if I maybe swap for like go out to like Albuquerque and then swap for a load going back to California. And then I can burn up the rest of my 70-hour clock and then just reset. So, damn, that's bad. I can't say I've ever had that kind of problem at Rogers. 24-hour window, damn. Oh yeah, with the second pickup, yeah, I know what happens is they load it there. Yeah, Yeah, and a lot of times I get over to Pottsville. I don't. I get those loads where they pick up Pottsville and Rogers. Usually someone else picked up in Pottsville and took it to Rogers and dropped it or something. And I don't know, maybe someone trying to get home or something. And then I'll go pick up just from Rogers, and the Pottsville part will already be on it by the time I even get there. Huh. Yeah, I know he's a really laid back guy overall. He's more like don't. He's more of a don't do more than needs to be done kind of person. Or yeah, because I know someone else who used to be on his board, and he loved him at first because it was just he was so laid back and never had to worry about getting micromanaged and called about or asked about, hey, are you okay for OTD or stuff like that, and um, they got what was that? After no problems getting pre-plans early either. But but then he started figuring out later on that when they started telling drivers to stop calling the planners and then just go through the DMs, then he started realizing what kind of problems he was having through him, and it's like, man, I thought he was really good, but now that I see this, he kind of sucks. Yeah, okay, yeah, I think he's one of the newer guys. Yeah, he was working last night. I thought. Yeah, I thought he was like a night shift guy though, because I was talking to a Tyler last night when I was at the drop yard. I was, yeah, there's Tyler Preston. Yeah, the fleet manager. Yeah, yeah, because Tyler Preston's the fleet manager. He and what's that, Josh Muskrat? I think. Yeah, and then okay, so it must be. Well, you're just looking at stuff on your profile and then mentioning stuff about it later on, or what? Huh? Or down in. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I went. I had some cancer treatment done there. Yeah, in 2015, I had my thyroid removed. I got that done at Redlands Community Hospital, though, but I had to get the radioactive iodine treatment, and they did that at Loma Linda. 2015. She would. Oh, okay. Huh. Oh, nice. Oh, from her end, it's probably, yeah, he's just another patient. Can't treat him like anything special. He might have done some significant stuff for certain people, but ultimately just another human. So I've heard people say it's a good movie, and I want to see Midway. I've heard mixed things about it. Some people say they didn't, or well, I saw critics actually say they didn't like it, but I've also had a couple of like friends and family, whatever, say they thought it was pretty good. So how relatable to the original Midway movie would you call it then? The original Midway movie from the what's that, the 1960s or whatever? Okay, no, interesting. Or Oscar? Interesting. All right. Yeah, there's that one, and then Midway, and then there was I think there was another one. But I still need to watch the Terminator movie. Yeah, yeah. I was like, what kind of stupid question is that? How many women are into autos? A few months too far from where the kill my load after later on, or something on that line. I saw that he was that there was a repair truck there changing a tire or something. So it makes you wonder, well, why is the trailer even needing to be getting a tire replaced while it's at a shipper? That's somebody screwed up. Yeah. Oh, now ABS, I don't even give a shit about that. It's if it's just on the did it was it the side light also or just the one on the instrument panel? Light comes on, but most of the time it's just my on my instrument panel, and if it's just that, I usually expect that it's just at the or something. Yeah, sidelight. That's another story. Over that? Wow. Damn. I guess that makes sense. If their drivers would keep getting pulled over for it, like, but so what? It just means that your anti-lock brake system doesn't work. So don't learn how to emergency apply brakes without that stupid thing anyway. It's like I when I lived in San Jacinto, I actually there was one point in time I actually learned to hate ABS because I had a Subaru, an STI, and I remember what street was it? It wasn't Cottonwood. It was the other one down. I think Seventh Street. I would sometimes go that way. I usually went that way actually when I'm going to jujitsu training or whatever. And they had construction going on there, like redoing the road. And just before you get to the stop sign down there at I think Lion or whatever, yeah, it kind of goes over like a bump. Yeah, like it drops off to where this um, eaten up part of where they took out the pavement. And as soon as it does that, now it confuses my car's ABS system, and then I'm trying to hit my brakes, but the car won't let me. Yeah, and then the car just keeps trying to roll forward, and I have to compensate, and I have to pump my brakes, and then yeah, and then I come into the into the limit line harder than I want to because the stupid thing thinks that I'm in a skid. Okay, yep. Oh, I've done that before. Swarthout Canyon. Yeah. Oh, oh man. Yeah, when I had my Subaru, it's without Canyon and any other dirt road I could find, I freaking lived for it. It was just so fun. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, oh, that's cool. Yeah, and I mean it's sad because that system only came about because people not knowing how to properly apply it, or they panic and all they do is smash the brake pedal and they don't have enough thought to apply it a little more gradually first. Because I've had sudden like where oh shit I caught myself about ready to run a stop sign one time and or I think a couple times in the past and I'm coming up on it super fast and I realize I just and not just smash the pedal all the way to the floor immediately, just like a firm and rapid, but not like panic mode, and I noticed that I didn't skid tires at all, and it actually stopped really fast too. When you put it in overdrive. Oh, okay. I wonder if that's because they know that if you're in four wheel drive, whatever, then it knows you're on dirt, and that can cause problems for ABS. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Huh. Okay. Huh. Yeah. Hey, you'll be on the road a while, right? You'll be on. Yeah, same here. I'm stopping in Barstow. I'm gonna just grab a quick bite at Del Taco and then get rolling again. Oh shit, you're not even. Ah, that sucks. So just curious, what was your pickup number? Because mine was 1030, and when I saw that, I figured, you know what, that's kind of a somewhat early load. Oh, so it's not that much later than mine. I'm wondering how yours isn't ready yet then, because mine was ready before I even got there. Wow. All right. Come on, dude. Back out and I got my trailer still sticking out in the frickin' road. Damn, what's with all the? It's like more trucks than normal here. But well, then I think it's some of these idiots with their toy haulers, whatever, parking like shit. Yeah. All right. Looks like I found a spot back there. All right. Oh, there's another one over here. I'll just pull straight into here then. All right, cool. Here, I'll give me a call if you want when you're rolling and all that. Okay. All right, bye. All right. Time to grab me some grub. All right, so it being dark also, and now it's just going to be in route stuff. I'm going to be hours of just driving in the dark, so I'll probably just go ahead and end the feed right now. Beginning of my next shift, whenever I have daylight to work with or something worth streaming about, I'll go ahead and stream again. Plan on the first half of tomorrow's shift, though, will probably be streaming as well. But hardly a point when it's getting dark, not so much to see, and there's not as much activity, at least for people watching either. So, but for whoever's on watching, I do appreciate you taking the time to watch, and stay tuned tomorrow. All right. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you then.